Okay, so the first three things we need to remember is we want to have a radiation, which is you can test it every time you try before you start doing any of the movements. Take your hand, squeeze it as tight as you can without getting your wrist involved. And then the tighter you squeeze, you start noticing your forearm engaging. And then if you squeeze tighter with your hand, you start noticing more stuff in your shoulder. Then if you squeeze as hard as you can, you start noticing like you're clamping down more. That's the irradiation. So whenever we're doing the movements, remember to keep irradiation. Also, we want to watch for compensations. So whenever you're going through ranges of motion, make sure you're not, if you're coming up here, you're not tipping your shoulder in, your head's going down, away. Same with the hips. We're not going in and around and back and leaning forward. We're keeping our body where it should be and just going through that range of motion. Those are the two main things to look at whenever you're doing this. The third thing is just do the range of motion that you have during that day. Like if you wake up in the morning and you're feeling a little sore from a run the day before, workout the day before, etc., your range of motion might be limited. That's fine. Do the movement, see where you feel, but push towards the end ranges of those motions. So we'll start off with doing the shoulders first. We'll go right hand, palm forward. We'll go up, across the body, back to the ear. Start rotating the palm forward, go towards the back. Keep rotating the shoulder around, down to the side. Your palm should be facing out. Stop, we'll go backwards, keeping radiation throughout the whole body. Core tightened, come back around. Rotate up to your ear, palm is back in front of you. Do that again, fully irradiate, come back through, about 20% irradiation. So think of going through air that's pretty thick, about 20% thickness. Rotate all the way back, hand by side. Now we'll go all the way back, we'll stop. Whenever we get to that stopping point, we'll start rotating out of it. Shoulder, arm by the ear, come back down. Do that one more time. Up, 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 to the top by the ear, rotate internally, get to the back, to the side, kick back until you get to the stopping point, rotate externally out of it, arm by ear, then back down. Now we'll do the left side. Palm forward, go up. Make sure you're doing these slow enough to where you can feel the full range of the motion. You're staying fully braced, core tightened. Hand by the side. Now we'll start going backwards. Get to that stopping point, rotate out of it. Arm by the ear, come back down. Again, up, arm by ear, rotate. Hand should be facing the back of the wall and then the ceiling, and then keep rotating. Hand is facing away from you. Go back to that stopping point, rotate out of it, keep irradiation, keep the core tight, all the way back down to your side. One more, all the way up, 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 palm facing back. Now you can start rotating your wrist. Get to that stopping point in the back, but bring it on down. Notice where that was. Come back, get to that stopping point, then rotate out of it. Arm by the ear, down, and done. Now, since the elbows aren't too big of an issue, we'll do both arms at the same time. We'll have palms forward. We'll go up, palms forward at the top, and go down. We'll rotate externally, go up, rotate internally, go down. Make sure you're staying braced, going through thick air, rotate up, rotate at the top, go down. We'll stay in that position, and then we'll go up, we'll rotate, go down, rotate, go up, externally rotate, palms are facing back, go down, internally rotate. So we did 3 sets of both directions. Now we'll move down to our wrist. You can put your hand on your wrist, mainly where you're feeling your bone, to make sure you're not rotating your bone and just your wrist is moving. Start with the right side. We'll go down. We'll bring the wrist in, come up, go out, then go down, go in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Big circles. We'll start from the bottom and go the opposite direction. So go out, up, in, down. Make sure you have a radiation throughout your whole body. Out, in, down, out, up, in, down. Move to the left side. Up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out. Make sure you're focusing on radiating your body. Up, in, down, out, up, in, down. Now we'll go the opposite way. From the down position, we'll go out, in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Now we'll work on the spine, and first we'll just do the cervical spine, so your neck. So we'll take our chin, bring it to our chest, all the way down. We'll go all the way up, rotating at the ears, come back down. Try to focus on each vertebrae going down. So you'll start with the top vertebrae and slowly work your way down, forward, come back up, kind of roll out of that. Fully extended, looking up, keep irradiation through the body. Rotate back down. One more. From the down position, we'll start going up slowly. Keep irradiation all the way up. Then back to neutral. Now we'll do the thoracic spine and a little bit of the lumbar by standing. Cross your arms over your chest. Put your hands on your shoulders. And then we'll slowly start tucking, rounding at the upper back, slowly going down. For this, make sure your hips aren't moving forward, backwards, left, or right. Try to get your spine fully pushing backwards and come out of it. Keeping irradiation about 20%. Get your arms and your chest, make your chest look to the sky. Hold, and they'll come down. Make sure you're going slow and steady and breathing while you're going through. You can still breathe while tensing down about 20%. Get full flexion, then we'll come back up into extension, slowly come up. Full chest to the air, all the way up, back down. Keep that irradiation. Press all the way down, hold, make sure you're fully flexed. And you can feel your spine pushing away and backwards. And then come back out of it into extension. Big chest, chest to the sky. And back to neutral. Now that we did the cervical spine, forward and backwards motion, and the upper and lower, same, forward and backwards. Now we can go into rotation with the spine. So we'll start back at the cervical neck. We'll go chin to chest. Rotate to the left as much as you can. Start tipping your head back. Keep irradiation. Big semicircle with your chin to the right. Start tipping your head forward. Chin to chest. Now we'll go backwards. Turn to the right. Tip your head back. Draw a big half circle with your chin to the left side. Go as far left as we can. Start tipping your head forward. Back to the center. Another one. Left. Tip back. Big circle, half circle with your chin, look to the right, tip forward, chin back to chest, chin to the right, tip your head back, draw a big circle with your chin, look all the way to the left, tip your head forward, chin to your chest, and we'll do one more. Make sure you're fully irradiated, feet grabbing the ground, hands squeezing something. You can do towels, whatever, or just your fist. Chin down, look as far left as you can, tip your head back as far as you can, full half circle to the right, tip your head forward, chin back to center. We'll come out of it, go to the right, tip your head back, chin, big circle, to the left, back to center. Now we'll go to our chest, or to our upper thoracic spine. Hands on shoulders. You can tuck your chin for this the whole time, so your chin's not moving, and make sure that you're not compensating with your hips turning left or right whenever you're doing this. If you want to sit down on the ground so your hips don't move, you can do that as well. If you want to stand next to a table, you can do that where the table's pressing into your hips a little bit, so you can kind of cue like, okay, I'm not moving left or right. If you get comfortable with that, you can just do it standing. So we go here, hands on shoulders, round at the upper back, rotate as far left as we can, start tipping back, bring the chest to the sky, make a big half circle with your chest, rotate all the way to the right, tip down to center, we'll go backwards, rotate all the way to the right, tip your back backwards, chest to the sky, rotate all the way to the left, bring back down to center, again, rotate to the left, tip back, rotate around to the right side, tip forward, make sure your upper back's fully in a flexed position, and we'll go backwards, rotate as far as you can to the right without your hips turning you, get to the far right, start tipping back, chest to the sky, make a big half circle with your chest, all the way to a left rotation, then back to center. One more, left rotation, tip back, half circle, all the way to the right, flex your back, down to center, rotate to the right, tip back, half circle to the left, back to center. Okay, now we'll move down to our hips. If you need a stick, a counter, whatever you want to hold on to, you can. I'm going to go with my right leg first, so I'll put the stick in my right hand, so I'll have a wider base of balance. You can use whatever you want, or two things if you want. For this, grab the ground with your foot, irradiate the rest of your body, core is tightened, bring that knee up, externally rotate the hip, hacky sack position, drive the stick if you're holding that, or a table or whatever you're holding onto, down to the ground, keep the leg externally rotated until you get to the side, then you can start internally rotating, make sure you're not leaning left or right, bring the knee back and around, make sure whenever you're in that position, your knee's actually back, and then bring your knees together. And then we'll go knee back to the side, externally rotate, hacky sack position, knee in front, and come down. Knee up, hacky sack position, drive as far to the side as you can, and then you can internally rotate your hip, come to the back, knees together, knee back, around to the side, in that hacky sack position to the side, done with the left side, or sorry, with the right side, move to the left side, knee up, hacky sack position, left, internally rotate the hip, bring your knee as far back as you can, and then knees together. Knee back, out to the side, externally rotate, knee down. Internally keeping external rotation, bring the knee up, rotate as far as you can to the side, then start going into internal rotation, knee as far back as you can, full hip extension, bring the knees together, kick back, out to the side, hacky sack position, back down. One more, we'll go knee to the up, hacky sack position all the way to the side. Once you get to that point, start internally rotating in, knee back and around, then knees together. Kick your knee back, round to the side, hacky sack position, and then down. Okay. Next, we'll do the knee. I'll do it from the side. I'll do 2 on the side, then I'll face you for the next one. So bring your knee up. You can also use a stick to balance. So we'll go foot to the outside. Go. Bring your foot up. Kick your foot inside. Go down. Externally rotate your foot to the outside. Bring it up. Internally rotate your foot to the inside. Go down. Externally rotate your foot up. Internally rotate, go down. Externally rotate your foot, go up. Internally rotate, go down. We'll stay in that position. Then we'll go up, rotate your foot out, go down. Internally rotate your foot up, down. Internally rotate your foot up. Externally rotate your foot down. Internally rotate your foot up. Externally rotate your foot down. Now we'll go to the opposite side, or the other side, the left side. Same thing. We'll start with our foot in. We'll bring our foot up. Externally rotate the foot out. Go down. Internally rotate the foot in, up, out, down. Internally rotate the foot up, out. Bring the foot down. Internally rotate the foot up, out, down. Internally rotate the foot up. Then we'll go from here, we'll go down, keeping it internally rotated. Now we'll go into external rotation, pointing the foot out, go up, internally rotate your foot inside, go down, externally rotate your foot out, up, internally rotate, go down, externally rotate your foot up, keeping tension throughout your whole body, bring your foot up, internally rotate your foot in, then go down. Okay. Another thing that we need to start focusing on is you can sit somewhere, you can sit flat on the ground. You want to get your quad disengaged. From here, once your quad is relaxed, you can take your kneecap. You can pull the skin back if you need to at the top of the kneecap. And then we'll go in with the kneecap, down towards the foot, bring it to the right, to the outside, bring it up. And we'll just do circles. Let's do 3 circles around in one direction. This is a little faster, just make sure you have full movement here. Now we'll go the opposite direction, push forward, bring the kneecap in, bring it up to the outside, down, in, up, outside, down. Now we'll go with the left side. Make sure your quad's relaxed. Pull the skin up if you need to, above your knee. Then we'll push down on the kneecap, in, bring the kneecap up, push the kneecap out. Make sure your quad's not activating so you can keep that patella kneecap moving. Up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Now we'll go the opposite direction. Out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down. You want to make sure that your kneecaps are moving fully and there's no pain associated with it. If it does seem like it's a little tight, you can take your thumbs above your kneecap, just kind of work it, put a little bit of pressure on it and work it back and forth on both sides, and then you can try the kneecap rotations. Okay. Next, we will do our ankles. You can hold on to a stick, counter, etc. Start with the right side. Big circle in, up, out, down. Make sure you're irradiating your whole body. In, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. We'll go the opposite direction. Out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down. Make sure you're doing circles and not squares. Full big rotations. And then we're done. Now we'll go to the left side. Up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Make sure your knee's not moving, because if your knee's moving, then that means your hip's moving. So your foot is up, out, down, in, up, out, down. From the down position, we'll go opposite. Down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Keep a radiation. Down, out, up, in. Okay. Now we'll do the toes. Grab the ground with your toes. Try to splay your toes if you can. That might help with more connectivity with the toes. Grab some tennis balls again, or a table. Get something in your hands if you need to tighten down. Get the core tightened. Work on the big toes first. So we'll go big toes up, little toes down. We'll go big toes down, big toes up, big toes down, big toes up, big toes down. Little toes up, little toes down, little toes up as high as you can get them, little toes down, little toes up as high as you can get them, little toes down. Now we'll do all of our toes up. We'll go big toes down, big toes up, big toes down. Make sure you can press into the ground with that big toe. Big toes up, big toes down, big toes up. As your toes are up, try to get your toes as high up as possible. Then we'll go little toes down, leaving the big toe up. Little toes down, little toes up. Little toes down, little toes up. Little toes down, little toes up. Make sure you're keeping full radiation. Now we'll just hold as high as we can get all of our toes, just to make sure we're fully engaged, and then we'll go down. So that is the full warm-up that you can do every morning or every time before a workout. Enjoy.